Welcome to Panther Sports Talk. We're here with the Director of UNI Athletics, David Harris, and it's been another great year. I know what I liked about the past year. What were some of the positives that you saw for UNI Panther Athletics?
Well, for us, it always starts with what happens in the classroom. We have a great, consecutive win streak, for lack of a better way of putting it, when you compare the grade point average for our student athletes to the grade point average for the student body. Our student athletes are consistently above a 3.0, and so really doing a great job of feeding into the academic mission of the university, doing our part to make sure that our student athletes are having success, that they're graduating from the university, that they're going on to have great careers. So that's always going to be first and foremost for us. But then from an athletic standpoint, we feel like we had another strong year with a number of teams doing well. You look at a sport like football that was able to make it back to the playoffs. You look at our soccer team that ultimately probably had the best season that they've ever had and made it to the Missouri Valley Conference championship match. Look at volleyball going back to the NCAA tournament, winning a game in a tournament. That was critical for us as well. Looking at our cross-country team and the success that they had in the regional meet, that takes you into through the fall sports, and then you get into winter sports and you look at sports like women's basketball and the success that they had, being able to go to the NIT. Wrestling, first year in the Big 12 conference, really excited about the second place finish that they had there, and we feel like we're really set up to have a strong future in that regard. Looking at a sport like swimming and diving and the success that they've had, finishing in third place for I think the third year in a row. So just time and time again, our sports are doing a great job competitively, both within their conference and on a national level. Now as we roll into the spring sports, we're looking at doing the same thing. But for all of those sports, as well as some that I didn't mention, like track and field and what they were able to do from an indoor and outdoor standpoint, we feel like we had a strong year. And then you look at fundraising with the Panther Scholarship Club, having a record year, $1.52 million. We're really excited about that. We need to do more. We need to continue to raise money, but we're really excited about that.
So set up for success, you feel, with the future, and I know we're going to talk about it more later on in the show. The strategic plan is important, and interesting that you are putting one of these together, as that is not something that really has been done here before.
Certainly, from our standpoint, we feel like it's important that we're transparent about our goals. And so if you want to do big things, then you can't be afraid to fail. You can't be afraid to set big goals and to go after them and have people give you feedback about what you're trying to do, and then being transparent in what you're trying to achieve, and that this is how people can help us, because it's amazing. We look at that $1.5 million goal that we were able to achieve from the Panther Scholarship Club. A big part of that is because we were open about the goal, and there were a number of people that came within the last month or two and said, I want you to make that goal, I want to make a donation. And so it's amazing what happens when you can put your goals out there on paper. People can see what you're trying to achieve. They will come around and try to find ways to be able to help you. And so for us, we just feel like as an athletics department, we need to have a plan. We need to have an organized way that we're trying to do things. We need to have a vision for what we want to be. We need to have these non-negotiable core values about who we are. But then let's be public about what we're trying to achieve and get people excited about what UNI Athletics is capable of being.
I know that's exciting from a fan perspective, but I'm sure for your administrative staff and your coaches and the student athletes to see the plan as well.
It is, and we've taken the time to meet with a number of different groups. We started off with athletics department staff. We've met with our student athlete advisory committee. We've met with student government. We've had an open forum, PNS council. We've just made the rounds to a lot of different groups because we're excited about the plan, and we feel like we've gotten a lot of good feedback. People have really responded to what we're trying to do. They know that we're being ambitious. They know that we've set the goals big in a number of different areas, and we want to absolutely get after it. And I think people appreciate the fact that we have an organized way that we're doing this, that we're trying to achieve goals, and that we're not afraid to think big and to try to make this a better department for everybody.
We'll talk more with David Harris and those ambitious goals right after this here on Panther Sports Talk.